Hi, you guys. It's Tara Greenway from Beyond Your Belief. Happy February. Almost everybody I know in the mind body healing community is going to be doing something about attracting your soulmate. And I am not going to tell you how to attract your soulmate this month, but I am going to tell you how to keep your soulmate and how to keep that love in your soulmate relationship. I have been married for almost 25 years, and so I feel like I'm completely qualified to tell you some of these secrets. So today I'm just going to tell you one thing, and this is like the biggest thing, and it sounds counterintuitive. It's how to get what you need from your partner. So, years ago, probably, maybe a few, maybe a lot of years like me, you and your significant other started to write the beginning of a beautiful love story, right? And then things happen and you felt like you knew how the ending was going to be, not exactly the events, but you felt pretty sure it was going to be a happy ending. And then it's like almost like somebody else, some outside narrator came along and started like writing things into your story. And that was confusing. And now you're left with like, what? What happened? What happened to us, And I've been there. I know how you feel. And I've had like a million clients, maybe not a million, with the same issue. And when my clients come to me, they almost always come as the person who wants to improve the relationship. Hardly ever is their partner coming also and saying, can I have some sessions too? Because I want to improve our relationship also. It's usually just one person who comes to me. And so that's how I'm going to talk to you today. Like you're the person in your relationship that wants things to change and your partner kind of isn't jumping on board. Maybe they want things to change, but they're not willing to like really work at it the way you are. They won't go to a couples therapist. They won't go to a mind body healing therapist, whatever. So that I'm going to talk to you about how you can change your half of the relationship because when you change your half of the relationship, the whole relationship changes. So what can you do if you want something, you long for something in your relationship, but you're not getting it? So I'm going to tell you something and you're going to be like, no, because it's a little counterintuitive. I know it sounds wrong, but trust me here. Give yourself what you long for. Give yourself what you long for. I'll talk more about that in a minute. And then I'm going to go even further out on a limb here and say, give what you long for to your partner. So our automatic reaction, just natural human reaction in a crisis, when our relationship is in crisis, or even when it's just kind of like gone slowly downhill and isn't like it used to be anymore, our automatic reaction is what? To blame our partner. I'm not getting what I need from him. He keeps doing this. He keeps not doing this. She never does that. And so that's just a downward spiral, and you can't really do anything about it. It's sort of convenient that way. It's just the other person. It's the other person. But that's not going to get you out of where you are, But if you focus on yourself and what you feel, believe, do, then things will change. So let me give you like the most common example that people want in a relationship is, of course, love. They want unconditional love. They want to feel it more. So you would start, in this case, by giving yourself love, loving yourself enough to actually provide a space for yourself to have a little joy every day and every week. Yes, every day, even if it's just half an hour of reading like that great novel that you meant to read last summer on the beach and you never did. Half an hour or an hour of like binging on your favorite TV show, 45 minutes of talking to your best friend from college, giving yourself like enough sleep for once in your life, loving yourself enough to really take care of yourself and like give yourself some good nutrition, get outside and move around a little in a way that you enjoy, giving yourself love. And if you want something that you can't really give to yourself, like maybe you want to feel more listened to and supported, then instead of continually being frustrated that your partner isn't doing this, you could get that listening and being supported from a friend, from somebody else, so that the pressure and the onus isn't all on your partner. And then once you have what you want, once you have more love because you're giving it to yourself, once you have more getting listened to because you've found a couple of friends that you listen to and they listen to you, then give whatever you want to your partner. If you want more unconditional love, give your partner unconditional love. This is even if you feel like he doesn't really deserve it. You're going to take that risk. You're going to give him what you want. This is going to change everything. So let me give you a real life example of me and my husband. So in 2020, things were hard. I think things were hard for everyone in 2020. If you remember, it was a lot of COVID and it was a lot going on. We had our college age daughter get sent home from college, like all college kids did, that March 2020. That was not a good scene. She was not happy to be home from college. We had our younger daughter having to do school online virtually. That was no fun. That was not okay. My husband was in the third year of a 4-year cycle of chemotherapy. Even though it was only every other month at that point, it's a lot. It wasn't fun. He didn't feel good. And because that wasn't quite enough, I guess, I got Lyme disease really, really bad. So what we were facing, our attention was going to our health crises and our family crises, right? Nobody was really thinking about, I wonder if Tara is feeling like that she's getting enough romantic love. Like it just was not where our attention was. Yet I felt by the end of 2020 just depleted and like I wasn't getting love. There was no romance anymore. I knew that I could count on my partner, but I didn't know if he really felt that romantic love that we used to have. People call it the honeymoon period. It lasted 20 years for us. I guess we were just lucky and I got spoiled and I wanted it back, So I decided to give my husband what I actually wanted myself. I was like, I'm going to give him romantic love. But here's the thing. I didn't feel romantic either. I was tired. He was being all grouchy. I did what I always do. I meditated on it. I asked the creator of all that is, what do? I want more love. I need it. I need romance back in my life. And I don't feel it. What do I do? Because I think the creator of all that is cares about my love life. I don't know about you. This is just how I feel. We're here to have love. So a scene flashed into my mind from such a long time ago, over 20 years ago. I was in this acting class with this crazy acting teacher. She was really good. She was a really good teacher. She, coached celebrities and coached those of us who weren't celebrities. And she was really great. And she was all about the truth, authenticity. She taught, that's really what acting is. It's finding the truth in each and every moment. And that's what she was so adamant about, is you have to stay in your truth. So this teacher, one day there was this guy in class, he was really talented and he had an audition, he was doing a monologue. And he actually was, I still remember it, he was doing a really good job, I thought, but he didn't feel it. He kept stopping himself halfway through and going, I don't have it. And finally this teacher, who was all about the truth, said to him, honey, fake it till you make it. We were all like, did she just say that? If anybody else had said that, I wouldn't have remembered it for the next 20 or 30 years. But her saying it, I was like, wow, fake it till you make it. It gave me permission to fake things just a little bit. So what I started doing was, when my husband would come in the door, in the evening, instead of being like, he's home, I wonder who's going to cook dinner. I should probably cook dinner, blah, day. I would stop what I was doing, go over to him, give him a really long hug, a really long kiss, and say, how was your day? I missed you. And he was like, oh. When we would watch reruns of Modern Family, because that's the only thing the whole family could agree on. So we watch Modern Family for the 500th time. I would reach over and hold his hand. I would start to like give him shoulder massages and neck massages. That made me start realizing how really tense he was. That's why he was grumpy. He was tense, you know? And what do you think happened next? Well, he started giving me long hugs and kisses and shoulder massages and holding my hand. And guess what? I had what I wanted. Once we started taking those actions, we started remembering our love and our romance and how we really felt about each other. We faked it till we made it. I gave him what I wanted, and he gave it back. So this can happen for you. I do know that sometimes things are a little more complicated than that. For example, stuff that happened when you were a kid is probably going to come up again in your relationships now, your love relationships. Love is love. So even though it was like, your parents or your brother or your best friend or something, love is love, and your stuff is going to come back up. So I'm going to do a whole masterclass on what happened to us, how to keep the love in your soulmate relationship. This is going to be the first Friday in March. It's March 4th, 12:30 to 2. Last time I did a masterclass, we had such a good time. It was really cool. I think everybody learned a lot. That was not just another manifesting masterclass. So join me for this one. It's going to be in my link tree soon. You can also sign up in my link tree to the newsletter that we're going to send out by the end of this week, and then you'll be the first to know, and you can sign up. And it is going to be a Zoom. You do have to register for it. It's going to be our private Zoom. And I've got a lot to say about soulmate relationships, so stay tuned here and sign up for that newsletter, and sending you lots of love. Oh, hi you guys. People are waving. Hi.